I'm still really trying to shrug off yesterday's loss. We lost to a guy 2-1. And first, let me give him credit. You win, and he won. And that's baseball. But I'm trying to shrug it off because it was frustrating. It was frustrating because, on the one hand, he swung at every single pitch I threw. Almost every single pitch I threw. And as soon as I realized that, which was pretty early, I just started throwing curveball after curveball in the dirt, and he would swing every time. After about maybe 8 times, then it was very clear what was going on. He'd stop. But as soon as he stopped swinging at the curveball in the dirt, I would just throw a slider way outside, and he'd start swinging at that. It just happened to be the 2 times I gave him fastballs, because he was sitting on fastballs the entire time. The 2 times I gave him fastballs in the strike zone in the first inning, the first time he got a hit, I just assumed it was kind of a fluke. He got a hit. It's going to happen. And the second time, he hit a 2-run home run. That's how he won 2-1. I knew, I don't have to throw him a strike at all. I knew he wasn't going to score anymore, but he had already put up 2 runs. But I'm like, okay, 2 runs. I should be able to muster up 2 runs. I mean, this whole stream is about me trying to become a better hitter at this game, MLB The Show. And I'm not a great hitter. In fact, I'm not a very good hitter at all. But yesterday was wild. I had 4 what we call perfect swings. You get a special sound effect when you hit it, and it's about the best you can hit it. Like that. See, it says perfect there. That was nice timing. Well, that was going out of the ballpark. Now, there's no guarantee it's going to go out of the ballpark. But there's a good chance you're going to have success when you get a perfect hit. No guarantee, but very good chance you're going to have some kind of success. Well, out of my 4 perfect swings that I had in yesterday's game, I went 1 for 4. Only one time did it work out. And I do think that one time went for an inside the park home run. We were playing in the Polo Grounds. So I hit it way out in the outfield, and it resulted in an inside the park home run. But hitting 250, meaning you're successful 25% of the time, with a perfect swing is pretty brutal. Furthermore, it wasn't just the perfect swings. I hit the ball. It weren't always perfect, but pretty hard throughout the game. And none of them, most of them, I should say, were falling for hits or extra base hits. It was just like one really hard hit ball after another. Turning into outs. And so through that process, I lost the game 2-1, only scored 1 run. But it wasn't my bad luck, when I reflect upon it now, that cost me the game yesterday. What cost me the game yesterday was how I responded to that bad luck. I started feeling anxious, anxiety. I started pressing. Definitely was feeling the pressure. I didn't want to lose to this guy who seemingly was probably new at playing this game. And I say guy, I don't know if it was a guy or not. Whoever that person was, to their great credit for winning the game. But even on the pitching side, they not only did they swing at every pitch that I threw at them, they also threw almost every pitch out of the strike zone, which I recognized pretty early on, and got, I was able to, I could have had more. I could have been better at this, but I got 4 walks in the game, which is kind of a lot in this game. 4. along with many of the balls that I hit hard, none of them were going for outs. Some of them were going for double plays. And that was feeding into my anxiety and into the pressure. And as the game went along, I started really worrying about, oh my goodness, I'm going to lose this game, which is only a video game. It's not that important, right? It's not important at all. However, I was feeling pressure because we're also streaming this game online and nobody's watching. I don't think anyone has seen a single one of these streams, and I'm okay with that. This is just my way of a hobby. But I'm assuming at some point somebody's going to come across these streams who's familiar with the game and is going to see that game. It's going to be like, wow, this guy's really bad. And so, when you broadcast, any kind of broadcasting, there's this phenomena, whether you're streaming, doing it on television, radio, internet, doesn't matter. When you're broadcasting, you realize you're broadcasting and you suddenly imagine all of these people watching you or listening to you or whatever it is. And you got to try to block that out of your mind. Otherwise, you can't do a good job. You become hyper self-conscious. And you need to quit that. You need to just, when you're talking, make yourself feel, if not believe, at the very least feel that you're just talking to one other individual. And so I was pressing, but then I needed to remember. I needed to remember the name of this stream, of this channel, the Tao of Baseball. And the reason I call it the Tao of Baseball is because I think baseball is an interesting reflection of life. And Tao comes from Taoism, ancient Chinese philosophy, about just going with things. The way is what Tao translates into. It's just the way of things, how things are, how they operate. And I find baseball to be an interesting reflection of life in that way because in baseball, as I've said before, you could be the very best team and you're still going to lose 35 to 40% of your games. And if you're the worst team, you're still going to win about 35% of your games. On the micro level, if you're a hitter, as I'm doing batting practice right now, there's a perfect. And I'm using Ted Simmons, the great catcher with the Milwaukee Brewers in the 80s. The Harvey Wallbangers, they were called. Anyways, you can just hit the ball really hard. Hit the cover off the ball. And if you hit it within the proximity of a defensive player, you're likely not to have success, right? Probably going to be out. Conversely, you could barely nip the ball, but if it were to happen to fall in fair territory where there are no defenders, well, you can be rewarded with a base hit. Now, in the end, you want to hit the ball as hard as you can, as often as you can, because statistically speaking, that's just going to work out better for you. But not always. Not always. And part of the philosophy that we're using in this game is we're using from the Book of Five Rings, written in, I think, 1647, so almost 400 years ago, by the great samurai sword fighter, Miyamoto Musashi, who wrote his book just before his death about his techniques towards sword fighting. And what he says in this is that his techniques of sword fighting can be used for almost everything. And one of the main elements of his philosophy is mental discipline, and how important mental discipline is when it comes to competition, especially when it's stressful, which competition usually brings on. And one of the elements that he writes about is the importance of always having a calm mind, no matter what's happening. To have no difference, no change to the mind regardless of the situation, to always be able to see things as clearly as they can be, and to be in the moment and not overthink things. And that's what I failed to do yesterday in that loss. I learned yesterday something else that was interesting. The great baseball player, and he was great in Japan, and he was great in the United States, Ichiro Suzuki, one of the greatest hitters of all time. He had a whole ritual that he would do, as most ball players do. But as he was coming up to bat each time, he did a special breathing technique. It's well known that breathing techniques can calm the mind in a stressful situation. Now, regrettably, I couldn't find anywhere online explaining exactly what his technique was. But I did look for other techniques. Everything I saw about Ichiro Suzuki and his breathing techniques was just like, yeah, I used to do a breathing technique every time he came up to bat. None of them described exactly what he did. But I did look up breathing techniques for calming the mind and lowering anxiety when you're in a stressful situation. And there are different techniques, but they're all about the same. And what you do is you breathe in through the nose, a deep breath. And as you breathe in, you want your diaphragm and your stomach area to expand. You want your breath to go deep, not in the chest, but through the stomach. So you take in slowly a big breath. And then when you get to capacity, you want to hold it for 7 seconds. And then slowly exhale through your mouth. And then just stay there for a moment in your exhalation before you breathe in deeply again through your nose. And you do this 4 times. And people say it really shows a difference once you do it. So today, as we go play our next game, we're going to keep breathing as part of our strategy and to see if it can produce a calm mind that would allow us to be more successful at MLB The Show. So let's get into it. I think we are now, 5-3? Still playing at low levels too, which is even more embarrassing to be putting this out on the internet. I have gotten as high as 864 rating, which is getting close to Legend, the highest rating that you can have, at least before this year. They've changed sort of the parameters this year, which kind of annoys me. But I'm at the low levels right now. I am rated. What am I rated? Like 300, 299. Oh, and I'm having tough games. I think this is part of the process of what it means to play at the beginning. I think you still have a lot of good players, hopefully, that are still low ranked in the lower areas because they just haven't had a chance to win a bunch of games yet to move up in the rankings. Let's see if we can get a home game. I added a few new players to the team, including Sonny Gray, is who we're going to start today. I'm interested in Sonny Gray because he has an interesting pitch mix that includes a sinker and a cutter, which are kind of the two pitches that work well together. We'll explain them as the game goes on. All right. And we have Ted Simmons catching from Harvey Wallbanger's Milwaukee Brewers of the 1980s, switch hitting catcher. So we're excited to debut him in this game. Let's go. Remember to breathe. Oh, Max Scherzer. Well, this is going to suck. He's good. We are home. Again, this is my home ballpark, City Center Field. It reminds me of Ray Raimondi Field. So this guy's 10 and now the other guy we played yesterday had a really bad losing record too. This guy's 10 and 23, hitting 287, high ERA. On paper, I should win this game. He's probably going to swing at a bunch of curveballs in the dirt as well. The real question here is, are we going to hit today? The Larks are my team, the Oakland Larks. It was Oakland's Negro League team in 1946. The league only existed for about a year. But that's the Oakland team I identify with. Did you see that, like, the Sacramento A's, I think, lost something last night to the Cubs? I think it was like 20-3 or something like that. Hopefully my opponent doesn't quit. I think he probably swings at everything. Let's find out right here. 2 strikes. Let's see if he'll swing at a curveball in the dirt. Oh, is he doing a bunt dance for me? Yes, he does. All right. I can already tell this. Well, you can see by his record, 10 and 23. I would like to get higher to have better matches, but I lost the last game to somebody who had an insanely bad record. It was like 20 and 60 or something. Great credit to him. He beat me. Oh, he took a pitch. Will he take it again? I bet you he doesn't. The name of this game is Mental Discipline, and stay off pitches that you shouldn't be swinging at. All right. Remember to breathe. In through the nose. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth.
Leading off for the A's, the left fielder,
Cool Papa Bell. And take some pitches from Scherzer.
Ball one.
I usually don't swing until I get 2 strikes with the first batter, but I was tempted there. Okay, do not swing at a ball in the dirt. All right, mental discipline. Remember to breathe. Another hard hit ball. Wait, but we're not going to trip. We're not going to trip. We're going to breathe. And we're going to take this pitch. And we're going to take this pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Let's see if we can hit something here. Ooh.
One ball, two strikes.
Okay. Try to catch me off guard. Get that fastball in. I wish I saw it earlier. I could have hit that. That was in my sweet spot. I like it around here. He's going to throw me a ball here. Nope. Well, I think it might have been a ball, but that was close. No, that would have been a strike. That's called a defensive swing. Good eye. Not a good eye, but I got lucky. Ooh. Look at that. I was just in front of it. My luck. Ah. Damn it. I was thinking because I took so many pitches already, he'd come and try to get ahead of me with a strike. I wanted to kind of ambush him there. But I still got 15 pitches in that inning, so I feel good about that. I like to have at least 15, the opponent throw 15 pitches per game. That he's showing me the bunt posture. He wants me to hurry up. So we, once again, will use his, unless he quits. Hope he doesn't quit. We will, if he's impatient, we will use that against him. Oftentimes when I'm batting, I like to pause it for a second. You can only pause it for a couple seconds, but I like to do that because, A, I like the game to move a little slower. And sometimes the opponents will get very angry about that. But coming back to Miyamoto Musashi, you want to fluster your opponent whenever you can. Get inside their head and never let them inside your head.
Batting six, the left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez. Got him.
All right. Remember to breathe. Ted Williams.
Leading off for the Farmers, the designated hitter, Ted Williams.
Take the first pitch again. I think so. Probably wouldn't hit that pitch very well anyways. Probably not, right? Of course not. Just in front of the warning track.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Taking the pitch again.
Ball.
I want to give him the impression I have a good eye, which would probably mean he'll throw more strikes later on. I really don't have a good eye, but this game is all about deception. Ooh.
One ball, two strikes. That's ball two.
I was waiting for that, and it happened anyways, and I still popped it up. Okay.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Oh my God. I can't believe I didn't hit that for a home run. That was on me, not the game.
Leading up for San Andreas, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. 0-1's the count.
He hit that one well, but not well enough.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 4, Keats Pro Armstrong. On to that's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
He's just fouling off everything.
Two to count. The count's full.
Oof. Guy's fast. Okay, is he going to steal? I think it's going to be an error. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Now batting, shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Ball 1.
Oh, now he wants to give me a good at-bat. I don't think he's capable of
1 ball, 1 strike.
walking.
Check out time.
Ooh. I forgot how many outs there were.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan Soto. Ball, that's out.
All right, we have to concentrate.
Leading off for the A's, the center fielder, Walker Jenkins. Counts 1-0.
That's what they call an easy take.
Ball.
I don't know how I'm missing these. I think he's getting the sense that he could pitch me inside. Ooh, that was a good pitch.
0-2 is the count.
I don't know how I missed it, though. Look. Frustrating. There we go. Oh, I'm getting frustrated. I
Batting ninth,
need to bring
the
it down.
shortstop, Ellie Cruz.
Let's take some pitches. Ugh.
Leading off for the Titans, the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
That's one of those where
Now
he didn't hit it
batting
well. He just
Alex.
wasn't. See, it wasn't even a strike, and he got a hit. The swing timing was late.
The batter, the catcher, Will Smith.
All right. Maybe he's a good pitcher. He's got 12.1 innings pitched with Max Scherzer. Hasn't given up a run yet, and has a WHIP of 0.16. Makes me think maybe my one hit is the one hit he's given up so far.
1-0.
Got me on the changeup. Thought it was going up.
That's a ball.
It's amazing. Oh, what am I doing?
0-1.
There we go.
He beat it. Safe.
I knew the fastball was coming inside.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
Oh, I was more ready for that.
1-1. Hey, 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Three.
Embarrassing. Got to run.
Leading up for San Andreas, the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Ball 1's the count. Yeah. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
Too far in. Too far in. That's what they call an easy take.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3. Hey. 0-1. Hey. No balls, 2 strikes. He's out.
Hit it hard. Mental. I notice as the game goes along, my mental discipline becomes less.
Ball. Ball.
That was close.
Nope, that's foul.
I can't believe it. In previous games, that would have been a home run.
First baseman, Bryce Harper. Hey.
I keep expecting him to try to get a quick fastball strike on me at the beginning of the count. Look, I couldn't have hit that any better. Sorry. I know it's the theme.
Now batting, the shortstop.
It's amazing, though.
De La Cruz. Hey.
I even told myself do not swing there, and yet you do. This is like the mental discipline you have to come and grapple with.
Ball 1. Inside, ball two.
Tough times.
Leading off for the Titans.
My understanding is this is how the game is playing. Online forums, lots of other players are talking about the lack of what you call exit velocity, how fast the ball is hit off the bat, and that it's down. It might be because we don't have like the players that are coming out aren't the top rated players yet that we'll have later in the year. They do what they call as a power creep. Oh, I think that's going to fall. And that's a blue pit, another blue pit.
Now batting, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Well, at least the swing time says good, but it wasn't very impressive.
Ball that's outside.
Might have wanted, I should have touched first,
Now batting.
and then threw to second because Ellie De La Cruz is fast.
He's safe.
Ooh, is he going to go to. Uh-oh.
Oh, one's the count.
These steals, double steals, were thrown to second.
Oh, two is the count. The third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman. Ball in.
That was a bit of a hanger.
Ball two.
How this guy has 4 hits, and I have 3.
The left fielder, Cool Papa.
All right, cool, Papa Bell. Let's do this. Where was it a strike at? Side cutter. Okay, it's all right. Oh my God.
On the count, you're out. The second baseman, Rabbit. Fontana. That got him.
All right.
Hey. 0-1. Nope. Outside. Foul ball. Runner.
Nailed it again for an out. Well, at least we're getting to see how bad of a hitter I really am in this process of trying to become a better hitter. Oh my God. That's 2 errors in this game.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Now pitching, Kirby Yates. Oh, that's out. Oh, that's just out. Hey. 2-1. Hey. 2-2 the count. Three two. Three. Hey. Hey. The center fielder, number 32, Walter Jenkins. Now batting, first baseman, Bryce Harper.
How did I miss that?
Ball one.
About time.
That's a ball. Foul.
Time to go to the pen. I think with a, well, who do we want to bring in? How about the Goose?
Now pitching. Goose. Gossett.
See if we can intimidate him. We have a 3-run lead, so we have the space to do it. We did this last game with Mason, or the game before last with Mason Miller, and also paid the price. One of Miyamoto Musashi's rules is don't repeat tactics and never do one a third time. Just trying to prove his points right in this game.
Ball, that's off the plate. Two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Let's throw a high changeup. See if we can fool him with this. Hopefully, think it's a fastball. Ooh. He took it. It's credit. Knew he was waiting for the fastball, though. I would be too. Oh for 3. For Cool Papa Bell. That's terrible. I don't understand why my PCI is so small. We're on the all-star level. This guy is an 84. This guy's an 84 rated player. Ooh, Mark Davis. And look how much bigger the PCI is with this guy. That's weird. Because Mark Davis is a higher rated pitcher.
0-1. Ball. One ball, 2 strikes.
Got me again.
That's a ball. Aye. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aye.
How did I not hit that out? I feel like my game is hexed. All right, let's get the win. Let's get the save. Let's get a Mason Miller a save.
One. Soto. Now pitching. Mason Miller. Hey! 0-1's the count. Foul! That ball's foul! Three! Yeah!
I'm actually curious about something on settings. Yeah, it's my correct settings.
2 strikes.
Ooh. Give him credit for hitting that one well, especially after taking those fastballs.
Three! Eight!
Got him in front of that slower slider. Not a great game again, but we'll take the victory. But I am in a tremendous slump. I'm not a very good hitter, but I promise you I'm better than this. Oh, one thing I want to do, I need to remember this. We need a, I wonder if we can go see a chart. Or if they have these charts that we can look at. Picture analysis, all matchups. Titans, all pitchers, hits, outs, taken, fouled, missed, strikeout, base on balls, swung at. These are interesting. I'm going to take photos of these so I can compare them and see if I can find out where I'm particularly good at. Where do I chase? Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. It's a lot of chase. These are very detailed. This thing says I only had 4 hard hit balls, and I very much disagree with that. What does this mean? Label swing timing. Oh, just late, very late. These are interesting. Oh, these are just the last 40 pitches. So maybe every 40 pitches, I need to take a photo of this. These are really interesting. take a photo of this. This is contact good. How do you get just to the original? I should stop this stream. These are my hits. I think these are just the last 40 pitches, though. I got to keep that part in mind. Okay. Probably not going to do a stream tomorrow, but